It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-840-4051. As I read the new fax number from the boldly printed note that is taped to the glass of the studio, Drew, I thought to myself about 4 digits in, I will never, ever remember this number.
We've gotten too old. We were younger when we learned the original fax number.
I will look up and read it every night, and if we're here for 472 years,
you have to read it.
I would have to glance up, and if someone was standing in front of it 472 years from now, I would not be able to get 3 of the 7 digits.
That's nice. Good to know.
Well, I like to rest my brain when I can.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's why I like this show, Drew.
I got something.
Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist. He'll play bar mitzvahs. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes to make a buck. All right. We ready to roll here? Anything you want to say, Drew?
No.
You ready to rock? Mm-hmm. All right. Gina.
Yeah.
Hey, you're 26.
Yeah.
What's up?
You know what? I've known this guy for 3 years. He's a police officer.
Uh-oh.
He comes by my house when I'm home from college, home from summer, whatever. I've lived in Chicago a few times, freaked out of my apartment, and came back home and lived with Mom. Well, I'm living in Chicago now. I'm doing my master's, but I'm home like this weekend, and I get an email because he knows I'm coming in town. And the weird thing about this is I've, for 2.5 years, really never had sex with him. Okay, so finally I had sex with him, okay? And I found this out. He shaves himself, his testicles, his penis.
Can I ask something? Just, I'm more curious than I am about the shaving. The fact that we went through this whole discussion about the masters and the email and what, you know what I mean? Why wasn't the question, hey, what does it mean when a guy shaves himself? Wouldn't that be the question?
I've never met a guy who shaved himself. I've been around. I've seen a lot.
So you shouldn't understand the question.
I've got an education. I know people. I've got girlfriends. None of them have heard of it.
Gina, you're a little nutty, aren't you?
Nutty?
A little bit. People tell you you're a little bit scattered.
Yeah, I like it that way.
You're a little flighty.
No.
No, there's certain people that always sound like they just took some mushrooms. And they go, yeah.
Never. No caffeine today. Nothing.
No, they sound like the Riddler. Like, do you know what I mean?
Come on, is it normal?
First off, okay.
Men shave themselves.
Okay, shut up and listen.
Oh.
First off, he didn't shave his penis.
Yes.
Because his penis doesn't have hair on it.
No.
You see?
Right next to it, though.
Okay.
This is what we're trying to get squared with.
He shaved his testicles, and then he shaved the pubic hair around the penis, right?
I'm telling you, this is for real. It's true. He does.
Are you really getting a master's?
He does this.
What goes on when you sit in the classroom and the teacher talks and the professor speaks? What happens?
I think it's a joke. I think it's got to be. He's a porno star.
God, she can't listen to one thing. Maybe she loaded right now or something.
Gina, are you high now?
No.
No? Are you high?
I've never been high in my life. I don't even do caffeine. Go on.
And
tell me if this guy is a porno flirt. What is he?
Hey, Gina. Mm-hmm. Has anyone ever suggested you be on medication? Gina.
Well, I can start caffeine tomorrow.
Has anyone ever suggested you be on any kind of medication?
No.
No. Okay.
That's the first question she's answered.
Yeah, Gina, I've been asking you questions for 45 minutes. You haven't answered one of them. You keep talking about this cop's pubic hair.
Are you just not hearing us, or what's going on here?
Usually, that's the issue, you know. The question.
Are you just not hearing us?
I hear you.
Okay.
Wow. Hey, Gina. Hey, Gina.
That's my name. Yeah?
Hold on. Well, I was going to put you on hold and talk to Drew, but I realized I can do that in front of you because...
You think it's funny.
You
don't believe me.
You have wiring that's missing in your head. Did you ever get in an accident? Did you ever hit your head?
Well, what are you getting your master's in?
Just human resources.
Human resources.
And you never had any kind of blunt head trauma?
The reason I told you I'm in college is I don't live here. And I don't see this guy all the time. I just want you to know it's not like he's my boyfriend or something.
Have you ever been in an accident where you suffered head trauma?
I think I'm as well off as most people, and I didn't have an accident yet.
Okay. Hold on. Mental note. We all have to kill ourselves. All right, Gina. Him trimming his pubic hair is...
no big deal.
No big deal.
Who does that?
Many young people.
Who does that?
Yeah.
This cop you're banging.
And lots of young people do that.
That's
the
right.
thing that young people do.
It's no big deal, baby.
It's not entirely normal. To me, it's flawed. Frankly, it means something to me. But
a little trim once in a while is fine, but flat out shave, like with a razor and shave cream, Gina?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Completely clear.
It's a little something.
So he's got a little energy down there, but
I guarantee he's not weirder than you. Put it that way.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay.
There you go. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Anytime you think there's something up with him, I would bet everything I own that he is nowhere near as effed up as Gina is. Not even in the same stratosphere as Gina. You know, Drew, would you put some money on that?
That was quite an experience.
Listen, if we had just tape recorded Gina having another phone conversation and played it while we attempted to converse with her, I think just through luck and happenstance, we would have had a more sensical conversation with her.
Yes.
Would you say that's true?
I'd say that's true.
All right. No drugs. No head trauma?
So she says.
Stephanie?
Yes?
You're 22.
Yes, I'm really sorry, but I made up my question, and the reason I'm calling...
Fine.
What?
Yeah, no problem.
We don't care. Just ask whatever you want to know.
Okay, my friend and I are going to be in L.A. next week, and we love your show, and we were really wondering if we could come watch y'all record one of the shows in the studio.
Fine.
That's fine. We don't record them, but...
Oh, Anderson making a puss.
Anderson, she may be good looking.
Yeah.
Are you good looking?
Yes, I am. So is my friend.
Okay. Well, then Anderson's nodding. Well, then we won't let him do it.
What?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, do I talk to someone to get the address, or?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'll put you on hold.
Thank you.
Yeah, you talk to Lauren.
Thank you so much.
All right, Stephanie, when are you coming in?
Wednesday or Thursday.
Did you go to school at UT?
Yeah. I saw y'all when y'all came in a couple of years ago.
We were at UT.
Oh, we were?
Yeah.
Good times,
I
baby.
think that was where Adam made his classic comment that a college is merely a brothel with a clock tower and a football team.
Yes, it was awesome.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah.
All right, we're looking forward to seeing you and your attractive friend.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Bye.
All right. Well, there you go, Anderson. I'm bringing him to you. Let's talk to Brian. Brian, you're 23.
Yes.
What's up?
Well, since Christmas, I've had mono.
Mm-hmm.
And I just now ran out of the prescription pain pills that I was taking.
Wait a minute. What do you mean you have mono since Christmas?
I've been suffering from mono.
What does that mean? Mono is an acute febrile illness that lasts a week or two.
No, I have swelling in my lymph nodes.
Okay.
I've been going to the doctor almost every week since Christmas. And from what I understand, it can last up to 3 or 4 months.
Did you have your lymph nodes biopsied?
Not yet.
Why aren't they doing that?
That's a point I keep making with the doctors. Every time I see them, they say maybe it will do something about that if it persists, and it's been that way since Christmas Eve.
Seems to me you need a diagnosis.
They give you pain pills for bio?
For mono.
I mean, bio. For mono? I never heard of that.
Briefly for the sore throat, but that's it.
No, my whole body hurts.
Yeah, you got. Does it hurt? Let me ask you this: have you had any alcohol in the time that?
One time, my roommate and I went out and had a beer.
And what happened?
I don't recall any effect.
Did the lymph nodes hurt or anything? Anything
No.
like that? You need a diagnosis. This is something else. You need a diagnosis. I mean, it's 3 months of a body ache so bad you need pain pills.
Well, I've gone 4 times, and 3 of those 4 times they've done blood work, and one time they did a urinalysis, and they can't find anything except mono.
Is this an HMO you're saying, or?
It's through an HMO,
Yeah.
Blue Cross Blue Shield.
You need a diagnosis, Brian. This diagnosis is not right.
Well, what's the deal, Drew? Can you
At least
go?
it's a suspect.
Let me ask you a question, Drew. If you have, if you're in Brian's situation, your HMO ain't cutting the mustard, can you just go to a doctor and just pay him?
Sure.
And what's something like this going to run you?
God, we have to see a surgeon, get biopsied. That could be a lot.
You have to see a surgeon? Do you have to see a
lymph node biopsy?
They got to get in there?
Yeah.
Really? At this stage, you got a 23-year-old guy?
Well, it depends what kind of blood work they've done so far. I mean, there's a list, as long as your arm of what can cause what he's got. I mean, anything from TB to lymphoma to, just a ton of stuff.
Well, doesn't mono go on?
Calf scratch disease.
Doesn't mono last for a while sometimes?
Yeah, it does. And there's, true, the Epstein-Barr thing that people used to talk about, although magically it's no longer an issue. Really, the syndrome that was bona fide, that was documented, is a chronic fatigue following mono. And then mono is, 2 weeks of high fever, swollen lymph nodes, severe sore throat, extreme weakness, weight loss. It gets better, but then you stay fatigued for 3 months. This is not that. This is continuous.
Yeah, it could be that.
Severe body aches that require opiates.
Oh, well, who knows what he's
who knows?
doing.
That's the point. Who knows? He needs a diagnosis. A firmer diagnosis. This isn't right.
Okay. Well, go to the hospital and chain yourself to a vending machine.
Yeah, you have to really raise hell sometimes.
Lauren?
Yeah?
You're 17.
Yeah, I'm on Depo-Provera, and I've been on it for like a year and a half, and ever since probably 6 months ago, whenever I have an orgasm, I bleed within 5 minutes afterwards.
Who got you on the depot?
I did.
Good move, baby.
Excellent.
Nice.
That's the only bleeding you do, though, right?
No, when I have when I work out or anything like that, I bleed too.
Okay, well that's Depo, but otherwise you're not bleeding. You're not having periods.
No.
Yeah.
Just at the end, when I needed to get my other shot,
you start bleeding.
I bleed a lot, and the doctor just put me on every 8 weeks instead of every 12 weeks.
Interesting. No, I just think you're just sort of what they call unstable endometrium, and anything can stir it up, exercising, intercourse, and that's that.
You're getting a lot of orgasms with your man? Are you?
Yeah.
You getting blood with the orgasm?
Not till afterwards.
After sex. She must have orgasm every time she has sex, see?
You have an orgasm every time you have sex?
Oh, no.
Good. Nobody should have that.
Not at 18.
Yeah.
17.
Son of a bitch. And does your boyfriend give you oral sex?
Yeah.
You don't bleed on him, do you?
No, just afterwards.
I see. Yeah, that's right. You bleed on your own time.
Yeah.
All right, Lauren.
Okay, thanks.
Jeez, with these women, they sneeze, blood comes out of the vagina. It's going to be rough. Just essentially, being a woman is like leaving a trail of blood. It's like a convict that got shot going over the wall.
Dragging his arm behind him.
Yeah, the sheriff's out there is like, hey, I found some blood. Jam, get over here. Woo, woo, woo. Go, boy. I mean, you could really track women this way.
That's nice, Adam. Imagine if you had periods. Oh, my God. Just forget. No. Just you had a vagina. Forget it.
I wouldn't be here right now.
No, you'd be dead.
The point is, I'd be a very rich woman. The point is if I had periods, you know how I am. I sleep 7.5 hours. I come in here hell bent for leather. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I get very cranky very easily.
No kidding.
Imagine me on the rag.
Oh, the humanity.
Imagine traveling with me. Sarah?
Hey.
You're 24. What's up?
I'm so nervous. I've been listening to the show since 1994.
Wow.
And Dr. Drew, you give some fabulous advice.
Thanks, Sarah.
That's the main reason I listen. And just another quick comment. I think that Tracy Lords and Kathy Griffin should be semi-regular guests because they were so great on the show.
You like Tracy Lords, huh?
Yeah, I thought Tracy Lords had a really insightful kind of feminine perspective.
Kathy has sort of been a regular guest. I mean, not regular, not frequent regular, but regular over the years.
Yeah.
Well, listen, it'd be fine with me if they wanted to come in here every couple months. It never works out that way because they're busy people, but I have no problem with it.
Yeah.
What's up?
My question is, I'm wondering if it is possible to become addicted to being tattooed. I've gotten 6 tattoos in the last 8 months, and kind of all the classic symptoms of addiction. I'm spending a lot of money on them. I don't really have the money to spend. I find myself thinking about them a lot. And there is an addictive history in my family.
Oh, here we go. Have you been using substances yourself?
No, actually, I do not use drugs or alcohol. I've never in my life touched a drug.
Interesting.
And I never drank a whole lot. In college, I would do some binge drinking maybe twice a year.
Are you obsessive-compulsive?
There's a lot of obsessive-compulsive stuff in my family also.
What about you?
She isn't. You can't get a tat and be obsessive-compulsive. It's not going to work.
I got some other stuff going on. I've got double depression. And some generalized anxiety.
What does double depression mean?
It's dysthymia as a kind of a baseline.
And then you have major depression
and then
on top
I have major
of it?
depressive episodes on top of it.
I see.
Holy Christ. Double depression.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad times, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, who the hell's delivering that diagnosis?
Well, it's
Hey, you got double depression. Herb had triple, but he killed himself. That's right. Sorry. Yeah, you have the most depression.
Are you on medication now?
Yeah.
What are you taking?
I take Effexor XR, 225 milligrams, and I also take Neurontin, a total of 3,000 milligrams a day.
Do they? Ooh, that's a lot. Do they think you're bipolar?
They're starting to look at it. The most recent diagnosis I was given actually was cyclothymia.
So you're getting sort of towards that diagnosis.
Yeah.
Do you think this is part of some manic symptoms, maybe?
See, I wonder that because I've been kind of trying to trace back and figure out, like, where my mood was when I got each of the tattoos.
Do you get relief of your mood problems?
Oh, yeah. Like, I'll actually be feeling really, really bad, like, when I go get a tattoo.
Do you get high from the pain?
Yeah, it's incredible.
Oh, boy. Well.
What do you, how much does a tat cost for you?
My most expensive one, like the tattoo and tip, ran me $450.
The tattoo and what?
Tip.
Oh, tip. You got tip the guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got tip everyone.
My least expensive was $150.
Right.
And I really don't have the money to spend.
Have you sort of, you inked yourself up a whole bunch?
Not a whole lot. They're all, they're not tremendously large, and they're all pretty hideable, except I've got one on my wrist that's a little harder to hide than the other.
Do you wish they were bigger?
I want to get more.
Yeah. Sir, this is fascinating. I got to tell you. Have you talked to your doctor about it?
Yeah, actually, my therapist and I talk about it a lot, and he encouraged me to tell my psychiatrist about it.
This could be an addictive process. I've never seen anything quite like this, but it's possible.
Really? You've talked about this kind of thing.
Not in someone who's never touched chemicals. I've seen people who are addicts who trigger some of their pre-existing biology from thrill and from tattooing, but I've never seen somebody initiate the whole process.
How about shifting this whole thing into extreme mountain bike riding or something dangerous that doesn't mark you up quite as much as the tats?
I used to get compulsive about exercise.
That's what I was thinking.
Because I used to I used to go to the gym at least 5 days a week and spend 2 hours each time in the gym. Doing cardio and resistance work. But then I hurt my knee, and then after I rehabbed that, I had mono and strep at the same time.
Yeah, but you could still go back.
Yeah, I'd get back into that gym thing.
Yeah.
I got the feeling she could take this funky energy and easily channel it toward base jumping or mountain climbing or the gym.
Now, if the alternative is to really look into some 12-step and look at it as out-of-control behavior. That would be a viable way to approach this. I would just use plain old NA or AA or some program like that.
So do you think they have a TAT 12-step?
No, not that I'm aware of. No. Maybe now. Maybe Sarah will initiate it.
TNA?
TA.
Well, I put the and in there because, you do the math. Gary?
Yeah, Adam?
Yeah.
TNPA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tats and Piercing Anonymous.
No.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Anderson. Lighten up over there.
What did he do?
He dropped my T word. Hi, Gary. What's up?
I lied about my call again.
Oh, that was nice.
All right, hold on. Was that Gary? I think that was us.
No, that was Gary's phone.
No, because I can.
So
sure it was his phone?
Try it again.
No, I'm scared I'll hear that sound again. All right.
Punch it up. I got it down.
All right. Gary?
That's
No, that is his phone. All right. Let's talk to Kirk. Kirk?
How you doing?
You're 35. What's up?
I'm 35. I know this is, first off, forever listener, third-time caller. Drew, you've helped me out twice before. You get to do it again.
All right.
Okay, I'm 35. Been married twice. Ended a second or a third relationship back in December. And I'm staying at a friend's house on like a bachelor pad in the back. Okay? He's younger than I am, and he has some friends that come by, and they're even younger. Lo and behold, a cute little girl comes by, and she's 18. I've taken her out a couple occasions. We've slept in the same bed, and that's the extent of it. Kiss, hug, whatever. Is this okay?
Is she really 18?
She's really 18. I'm not lying.
All right.
It's not going to be great for her.
I'm sorry?
It's not going to be great for her. I mean, you're a lot, or you're twice her age.
Yeah, I know. And I asked her how she kind of felt about it, and said it didn't bother her, but I hear that, I listen to you guys just about every night, and I hear you go on and on and on about maybe damaging her future-wise.
Well, wait a minute. Let me make a point on your behalf, although it's not going to sound real flattering. The guy's living in the guest house of a 22-year-old kid.
Well,
I mean, chronologically, he's 35. But do you know what I'm saying?
Well, no, I understand.
Hold on a second. Quiet down on it. What if he was retarded? You know what I'm saying? Would it be all right for him to date someone who's 18 if he was emotionally 12?
Well, let's hear what he's got to say, what his defense is.
Why? I don't know what he can defend himself. He's cuddling with an 8. Okay, go ahead, Kurt.
Okay, well, see, the reason I'm living here in the guest home is we purchased a house the last girl I was with, and we're going through some disputes, so I'm kind of not on the... I want to buy another place, and so I'm staying here just temporarily. Normally, I've got it on... I mean, I'm an auto technician, gainfully employed.
6 years I give him in that shack. Okay, here's...
No, really. I mean, I don't want to... I don't like being here any more than anybody else does. It's just, it was...
Well, look, people in prison don't like it either.
Yeah, but...
You think people living in trailer parks like that either?
I didn't want to be here. It's just, she just wanted me to go, so I decided I'd do this.
All right, here's all I'm saying. I'm trying to defend you, Kirk.
But I'm not retarded.
I'm just saying, yes, he is twice her age. On the other hand,
you're socializing.
He's single. He's young at heart. It's not like, he's a senator or something. He's not her boss. He's not giving her a raise or promotion.
That's true.
They're basically, I'm sure they would like to go to the same movie, smoke the same weed, and hang out. Why not?
Just a little sort of...
No, I mean, fill me in, Drew. I mean, it's like, cause you are the bottom one.
It's okay. I mean, your history of the relationship has not been stellar, right?
I mean, with the girl's past. 2
failed marriages and a recent relationship gone bad.
Right.
Why did the most recent one go down?
Everybody's got to take blame for it in part. I don't know exactly where I went wrong. I know that she was very independent before she got with me, and I think she still she wouldn't, she never warmed up to me, if you know what I mean. I mean, we're together for 2 years. We're only dating for a couple months before we decided to. I had the money for the down payment. She had the credit.
All right.
So that's why we got the house together. My first marriage. Hello? I got it. Hey, off. Huh? Off.
Former Baywatch stars.
That's great. By the way, who's that? Picked up the phone. Your dog?
No,
off. It's like he jumped up on the sofa.
No, there's there's multiple.
I understand.
And
you're basically living in a frat house, except for it's not affiliated with a college.
No, I'm doing my best to keep away from the...
I understand.
So the friend that...
Listen, when in Rome. All right. Well, hey, Anderson, we can hear you through here.
Hey, Drew.
Yeah.
Long and the short of it, should I continue or should I let it go?
I can't make the call for you. I'm just a little concerned about it. But Adam's point is well taken, that you clearly are not...
No, I don't act 35 necessarily, but by the same tokens, I kind of do. I mean, when I'm at work, I'm a professional. I have to take care of, things so people don't get hurt. And I do take my job seriously.
Hey, Kirk.
Yes.
I'm going to, first off, how dare you not heed any of my advice? He breezes right past me as if I'm some dullard.
No.
Listen to me. Don't worry about this, Drew. I guarantee I'm smarter than that jackass is. Now, listen to me. Here's the deal. If she's got a effed up daddy,
then don't do it.
If her daddy's a bad guy, then don't do it.
I agree.
If she is stable emotionally and you have to really stand back and try to make a real mature decision about this, if she is a stable person and she's not hanging on to you like a life preserver, then you can date her.
Okay.
And if you're not, if she's a little different than your previous failed partners.
If she is on something, if daddy beat her, if she was molested,
Dad left her.
If dad left, if there's any ugly stepdad roaming around, if there's any kind of situation like that, then you can be nothing but a friend.
Yeah. Agreed.
There you go.
That's good.
Thank you. Who's the smart one? We'll take a break. 1-800-LVE-191. We have some extreme football guys coming in here next week. I think Tommy Maddox, the quarterback of the LA Extreme, is going to be in here Monday night. Did they win last week?
They were winning.
They were in a real close game, and I don't know if they won it or not. Simon Rex will be in here from Jack and Jill. Shaggy's going to be in here.
Shaggy.
A little bit later on. Is it Shaggy the one you like?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob Guccione Jr. is going to be in here to apologize about saying that AIDS didn't exist. And Mark Wahlberg from Temptation Island is going to be in here.
Did we not just have a discussion about him last night?
Mark Wahlberg?
Because he's up there on the board? Or?
Yeah, I had the discussion about him because I was staring at his name up on the board. He's a good guy. We've known him for a while, and I'm glad to hear he's having success. Once again, Julie?
Yes?
You're 21. What's up?
My question is, I know you get this topic a lot, like child abuse or whatever. That happened to me when I was younger, and like my current boyfriend, he's aware of it, but he just doesn't know who. He just knows like it's a family member, but not exactly who. And he had some stuff going on when he was younger also, so like we understand each other in that way.
What does that mean?
He knows the family member, the title, but not the person, like it was a cousin.
He doesn't know who it was.
I kind of left it vague because it's really my dad.
Shouldn't tell him.
No, he just knows it's a family member.
And what did you say? You have a connection with him because he had some stuff going on with himself?
Yeah.
Like what?
I think he was actually raped when he was younger, like 5 or so.
Is he hanging out with your dad?
Yeah.
Think about that.
That's why.
Dad's a child abuser.
What happened?
Boyfriend was abused himself.
They're hanging out.
Who?
Hey, can you turn your goddamn TV down, please?
Yeah, sure, sorry.
Jesus Christ, it never gets old on this show.
Barbara Streisand on TV.
Okay, what was it?
Who's that, the singing nun back there? What were you watching?
It's some Spanish stuff.
Okay, baby, turn the TV down. All right, now, sorry to hear that your dad sexually he did sexually abuse you, right? Mm-hmm. For how long?
I don't think it was that long.
What did he do to you?
Couple months?
It was only a few times.
I see.
It wasn't like ongoing for years.
Kind of a rare.
Was he stuck up? Something's wrong with you? Not good enough for him?
So,
Julie, what were you?
I was like 6 or so, 5 or 6.
All right. And is he an alcoholic, your dad?
He was at that time.
I see. Did you forgive him?
Well, like, I never told anybody. The only one that knows is my boyfriend, but he doesn't know who.
Oh, boy.
Like, my mom doesn't even know what happened.
All right.
I've had it, like...
And how are you getting along now? You have any kids?
Oh, no.
And you're not... You sound relatively normal.
Mm-hmm.
You okay?
For the most part, I am, but it's like... You know, it's still there.
Have you ever got any counseling?
No.
Wouldn't that be a smart thing to do?
Yeah.
Not worry about telling your boyfriend right now, but worry about getting yourself some help.
I mean, he knows what happened.
Yeah, forget about your boyfriend for a second. Focus on yourself.
Yeah, Julie, why are you so obsessed with your boyfriend either knowing or not knowing? It's neither here nor there.
Although I am a little concerned about him hanging out with Dad so much. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's two things I'm worried about. Well, 3 now. One is I want you to get some help. Number 2, I'm worried about what kind of guy your boyfriend is if he hasn't got some help, because guys who have been molested can be pretty bad company. And 3, you and him and your dad hitting the town sounds like bad news.
Bad combo.
What do you mean?
Some weird going on there.
Your boyfriend and your dad do not seem like the dynamic duo. Do you understand? No, you don't understand.
No.
They're both suspect.
They both have stuff going on that could make them engage in behaviors that would be troublesome.
That they get along good, like just.
No, they're both. Listen, your dad's a child abuser. He was probably abused himself.
Yeah, he was.
All right. Your boyfriend was sexually abused. Together, they may do stuff that is not so good. Who knows what?
They'd be like the molestation version of the A-Team.
No, but my boyfriend, he's really he's not at all like that. Like I know some people are like nervous. They're like so. I mean, I've heard people that.
Okay, so your boyfriend's a decent guy. All right, listen, Julie. Then how about you get some help? Can you do that?
You got to do that.
Hey, Julie, why are you calling us? So we can just talk and we'll listen to Mucho Gigante in the background. Do you want some advice or not?
Yeah.
Your dad's a world-class prick. He molested you. You were brought to tears in a matter of moments, so it's right up at the surface. You're a big girl now. You're an adult. You need to get some help.
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, this one...
That's all. Just listen. You got to get some help. You got to talk to a counselor. Okay?
It's true.
Stop obsessing over your boyfriend and which one of the family members it is.
Or no, about telling the boyfriend over which, the fact that his big buddy is a child abuser. Your boyfriend probably knows something's up on some level anyway, and it may be worse than that. He may know a lot.
You know what's weird about people who need, the people that need the help the most? It's anything but that. Then look at that. Anything other than look at that specific area.
Because run away from it.
Right, and it's about getting mired in a whole bunch of other details that are sort of ancillary issues, don't have anything to do with the real issue. And it's not a coincidence.
But people don't like to deal with things that are painful.
Right.
To avoid the pain.
Daniel?
Yeah.
You're 19. What's up?
Well, I was actually thinking about having anal sex with my girlfriend, and if I wanted to do that, I wouldn't think it'd be very comfortable to use a condom. And if I were to ejaculate inside of her, is there any side effects that could happen with her? Is that an unhealthy thing?
Her dad could spontaneously combust in his bed miles away.
Mom, too,
she's
sometimes.
a bit old for that, but...
How old is she?
18.
I see. And what's wrong with the condom in the butt love? To me, that sounds all right.
It's actually sort of a requisite piece of equipment.
Yeah, to me, that's like having a problem with putting on a rubber glove before you fish something out of the disposal.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like a bad plan.
Well, I just think it'd be kind of uncomfortable, a little bit too tight, pulling back a little bit too much. I mean, when
why don't you use some lubrication?
Think?
Yeah, I think.
All right.
Yeah, and it's a great way to pass sexually transmitted diseases. That's the main issue with that.
Yeah. I'll tell you, if I was a gal, I'd just take myself a nice big old wad of water-soluble lubricant and put it right between my cheeks before I left the house every day.
Just in case?
Just in case someone got rough. You know what I'm saying? Protected.
Why don't you just do that anyway?
I could be getting raped. I wouldn't know it. Oh, me?
Yeah.
I have that hair barrier. Oh, that's my natural defense against predators.
Oh, they just can't find it.
That's right. My asshole's like the Batcave. Oh, Drew got the big laugh of the weekend.
Didn't you describe it once, though, as Santa's mouth?
Yeah, Santa's mouth or the Batcave. Remember the Batcave? It looked like a big wall of ivy until that hatch opened up. All right, we'll take ourselves a break. When we come back, we'll talk to Sonia. Got drunk at a party, thinks a guy had... Let me ask you something here, Drew.
Yeah?
You know the abbreviation for @ is the A with the circle that then goes around the A?
Like at AOL or at... Yeah.
It's just when people write @
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll write an A.
Which is much harder than drawing.
How much goddamn ink are we saving by drawing the circle around the A?
It's 6 times harder than AT.
I'm saying how many letters in the word @ How many? How many? There's 2. So once you draw the A, if you have to draw something else, you've broken even. Why not just draw the word? That's all I'm saying. Who invented this? I'd like to find this guy and kick him in the nuts. This @ with this A with the circle representing @ did not exist 15 years ago or even 10 years ago, as far as I know. I never saw it.
It's always been above the 1 or 2 or something on the typewriter.
It's always been on the typewriter?
Yeah.
From the word, what, from the 20s?
From the back with the old,
That always has been.
Always been there.
But no one used it.
No one used it. But it became the email address. That's the problem.
Yeah, but
you can't put
when people write me a note and says, I'll be at the store, they do that.
The cyber world. That's lately.
To kill those pussies over at Silicon Valley.
Look at that. That's as opposed to...
I know, Drew. You make a very, very substantial point there. All right, listen, when we get back, we'll talk to Sonia. She got drunk at the party, thinks a guy had sex with her, wants to know if she should tell her parents after this. Loveline. Madam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew over there. Phone number 1-800-LVE-191. Let's hop back to the phones and speak to Sonia. Sonia?
Hi, Adam.
Hi, Sonia.
Hi. Oh my God. I'm sorry I made my question up, but I just want to tell you that I love you with all my heart.
You weren't drunk at a party?
I made it up.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, but I love you with all my heart.
I love
and
you,
like,
baby.
I'm saving my virginity to you.
To you?
Yeah.
Sending it to him?
Adam, you.
Saving it for me.
Yes, for you, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
When are you
and
going to
Dr.
be...
Drew, you're like the best doctor in the world.
She just needs to silence me while she has her way with you.
Oh, yeah, and I like to masturbate to you.
To Adam?
To you, Adam.
Oh, me, yeah.
Yes.
Well, thanks. I'll squeeze one off to you tonight, just as a little thanks.
Sort of a salute?
Yeah, a little one-gun salute. A little cap gun salute. Oh.
She's looking at you.
Yeah, here's mud in your eye. All right.
Okay.
Hey, Sonia.
Yeah.
So you're still a virgin?
Yeah.
Saving
I'm
it?
saving it for you, I swear to God.
I see. And when will that berry be ready to be plucked?
Oh, whenever you want to.
All right.
I swear to God.
All right.
It's all for you.
Well, hold tight.
I have big boobs, too.
Okay. Ooh. Just stay. Here's what I'd like you to do, though, Sonia.
Yeah.
I like to look at you as, you know, like, some guys keep a fire extinguisher in their car in case...
It's your IRA fund.
In case something happens.
It's your retirement fund.
Yeah, break glass in case of emergency.
Right.
Break hymen in case of emergency.
Yes.
If things don't go right for me in the next couple of years, I'm going to be calling on you.
Okay.
But here's what I'm going to need you to do, Sonia.
Uh-huh.
I need you to...
go to college.
Stay out of the sun.
Of course.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
I would like you just to... I'd like you to walk around veiled. I don't want to see the sun.
Shouldn't she
ruin that
live
beautiful
in a
little
sack?
white skin of yours?
Like one of those veils?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'd like you not to leave the house.
Okay.
I'd like you to stay home and exercise.
Okay, I sure will.
All right, baby.
You should go to college and graduate school. Then you'll be ready for Adam.
Right. I'd like you to be educated just well enough to get my jokes, but not enough to sort of trump me.
I'm studying to be a psychologist.
Excellent.
All right, baby.
Keep
I
working.
send you a big kiss.
All right.
I love you.
Loving you.
Bye-bye.
All right. We'll see you soon.
Okay.
I'll see you next time I get drunk.
Okay.
All right. Could be later tonight. Jesus. I was going to say, where was she when I was in high school? But the answer was not born.
By many years. Your parents were in high school. What are you talking about?
How dare you? Many years. Parents in high school. The temerity. Lucy?
Yes, hi.
You're 27. What's up?
The day following sex with my boyfriend, he is experiencing what he is calling like scraping, and sometimes there's bruising on his penis.
Scraping?
Yeah, he compares it to like a razor blade kind of cut.
Oh, like a razor burn.
Yeah, and
So he's just chafed. He's raw.
Is it because of I was thinking initially we had thought, well, because I shave in that area.
No,
I did. And now I've grown some there and to try and solve this problem. And I'm thinking, and he's still kind of occurring.
Does he wear a condom?
No, he is not. I'm on birth control pill at this
What if he just put one on to see if it protects him?
He doesn't want to do that.
Well, isn't this a lubrication thing,
Could
basically?
Be. Or sometimes just, how long are you guys doing this before it gets raw?
It's not, sometimes it's like 30 minutes.
Yeah, see, that just may just be too long.
Yeah.
Just too long. And is it possible that it is something with lubrication?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, look at it this way, Lucy. If you took your hand, wrapped it around your other arm's wrist, and went up and down for 15, 30, 45 minutes, when you moved your hand, it'd be raw. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's more delicate skin down there.
Penis is not Kevlar.
I don't think that it is.
Not everyone's is.
No, mine is.
Yeah.
I use mine to drive nails. No problem.
Also what?
Also, could I just, I would like to say that you guys, it's really, I'm 27 years old, and throughout the years, you guys have just done a wonderful job being there, listening to a lot of these, a lot of people that are confused and need your assistance.
Well, thanks, Lucy. It sounds like she's eulogizing us, though.
No.
You were there over the years.
No, I felt really, I'm so glad I got through, because I've been really concerned about this with my boyfriend, because it's kind of knocked my confidence with him a little out of sync, but I'm trying to solve the problem so I can feel, confident about having sex with my boyfriend without bruising him. But it's great that I can call you and talk to you about this.
Yeah.
And not wonder about it and make it worse than it is.
Well, listen, thanks. And yeah, it did sound like a little bit of a eulogy. But, Lucy, I think it's just time versus lubrication.
Yeah.
Got it.
But isn't it interesting how concerned she is?
Yeah, she's feeling like it's her fault.
Yeah.
This guy's banging the bejesus out of her for an hour or a half hour, and she's looking at it and says, "There's something wrong with her vagina."
Something wrong with me. My confidence with him isn't quite right. My confidence?
Yeah, I don't know.
This guy's doing a touchdown dance just when she crawls in bed with him, right?
Yeah.
And she doesn't have to worry about her confidence.
No. God bless women, though. I tell you, they really blame themselves. God bless them. Carrie?
Hello?
You're 25.
Hi.
What's up?
Well, it's kind of a personal thing, something that I've never discussed with anybody besides
You rarely talk about
my partner. Yeah, it's really hard to talk about.
You don't have an automotive question?
Well, yeah, actually I do.
What is it?
I just had a vacuum procedure to end a pregnancy in August, but my breasts are still lactating, and I have a thick, ropey discharge.
Ooh, that ropey, that's going to add 10 minutes to my jack session tonight, I hope you know. The ropey part of the emission.
Yeah, you like that descriptive word?
Anyways, yeah. You're going for 20 minutes, by the way, so just keep it down.
Did you go back for the follow-up after the abortion?
Actually, no, I didn't, because I went back to work the following week.
All right, so you got to get back. There may be what's called retained products of conception. It may not have been complete abortion.
Now it's 15 minutes has been added on to the jack session.
Retained products, or could it be
20?
Sort of a pelvic infection?
Could be
25 minutes now. You guys want to go for a half hour?
Retained products, they get infected very easily.
We're now at a half hour.
Also, I didn't start my period until November.
We're at 37 minutes.
How long ago was the abortion?
It was
40.
August.
So it's a long time ago.
August 18th.
Well, you haven't had a pelvic since then?
Actually, I did.
minutes.
I went actually to a doctor's on duty during my lunch hour, and I also found out that my cervix was luxated, like pulled down and back.
We're at 45 minutes now.
And he said that would be permanent, but it wouldn't ever affect conception, and there's nothing to worry about.
Hold on, did you say duty with doctors on duty?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're now 47 minutes from my masturbatory session, and you guys want to go for an hour?
Maybe it could be a hormonal imbalance with the lactating and the discharge.
Are you taking any medication?
I'm sorry?
Are you taking any medication?
Just Paxil.
Well, Paxil can make you lactate, too.
Oh, it will?
Yeah, so potentially, it seems to me it could. I have to look in the PDR, but psychotropic medications very commonly do. And it may just be perpetuating something since the pregnancy. But, look, this all needs to be evaluated. You need to see somebody who can really comprehensively take care of this. Going to urgent care is not adequate.
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay?
So, okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, plus I'm glad this call ended. I wouldn't be going to bed till 3:30 in the morning tonight.
I'm trying to get through it for you.
Well, let me get the tally here. 60 minutes we added on to my masturbatory session tonight.
Jeez, that'll be 61 minutes.
That's right. That's right, in 5 seconds. Yes, with the products of conception, with the vacuuming, with the doctor duty, with the lactating, the pregnancy, all the stuff, that turns women into human beings.
Which you hate.
Oh, I will not hear of it. Brian?
Hey.
You're 19. What's up?
Nothing much. I just wanted to know, for a while I've been making a lot of homemade porn, I guess. And
hold on, he just took 10 minutes off.
Excuse me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I've been doing a lot of it for probably close to about 2 years now.
Well, what do you mean homemade porn?
I set up my video camera and I record myself having sex with girls.
Are they aware of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, afterwards, and if they're mad, I take it off. I erase it. But anyway.
Well, you don't tell them beforehand?
No, because they tend to either hold out if they know I'm recording.
Mm-hmm.
They try to hide their face, but if they don't know, then they do more things. There's more positions, and
right.
They like to their face is mostly on the camera.
Where do you hide the camera?
Actually, it's not really hidden. It's right in the foot of my bed. But I can turn off the red light on my camcorder, so it doesn't look like it's recording.
I see. Does that come with that, or do you rig it that way?
Oh, it actually comes with that.
You're very bright women. There's this big camera sitting at the end of the bed.
Right.
Well, it's in between a couple. I have a TV, a VCR set up right there, and it's right in between a VCR and a couple tapes, so it's not very noticeable.
Hold on a second, Brian.
Hey, yeah. I'm telling you, with these, the accessibility to camera, the drugs in this country and the way it's heading more like, I will bet you that 10 years from now, 40% of women will have some sort of tape of them having sex in some form of circulation somewhere.
Nice.
That could potentially show up on any internet site or anything like that.
Their kid's third birthday or something.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. We'll take ourselves a break. We'll get back with the homemade porn question after this. The Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That's my partner, Dr. Drew. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Now, when we left off, we're speaking to Brian. Brian is 19. Brian has filmed a few of his gals, or taped a few of his gals with his video camera when he's making sweet, sweet, passionate love to them. Yeah, I'm sure that's a beautiful experience. Hey, could you put your ass toward the foot of the bed? Why? Just, come on. That's the way I like it. Don't use my name. Thanks. Brian?
Yes?
All right. So how many girls have you filmed?
I'd have to say probably a little over 20. Closer to 30, I guess.
Closer to 30?
Yeah.
You're 19, you bastard.
Yeah, well.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's pretty easy, actually.
I see.
Why is it easy?
I'd go for pretty easy targets, I guess you could say.
Right. Chicks who were molested and abused and all that.
Oh, no. Well,
oh, yes.
I don't really know.
You don't know.
You do. Some part of you knows.
Anyway, that's fine. Well, we'll see in hell.
Thanks.
So what's your question?
Well, I was wondering, because I've been trying to go, I guess, into, adult filmmaking and, kind of really get paid for it. And I was wondering if I can get any kind of penile implants and not have any side effects, or I wouldn't, or...
How many guys in those films do you think have penile implants?
I don't know. I've seen in a lot of, magazines how guys, they go to get surgeries and, they say, oh, I was this small, and then after this I was, I was this big. So...
Oh, you want to be larger. You don't want an persistent erection.
Right. I just want to be a little thicker, because I'm pretty confident in my length, but it's just I want to be just a little bit thicker.
What magazines are you talking about?
Like Penthouse and.
Yeah, but they're not talking about surgeries. They're talking about vacuum devices.
Well, yeah, pumps, but there's also surgeries that I can take. I was online and I was kind of looking in on it. And
I understand they don't work very well.
Yeah, I had a lengthy conversation with a plastic surgeon to the stars and the effed up people, Dr. Marcel, and we talked about, I don't know if you were listening a few nights back, but we were talking about penile implants and all those surgeries that were all the rage about 4 or 5 years ago.
Right.
And they haven't been working out too well.
No.
Yeah, I hear you have to keep injecting fat.
No, just forget it. Just don't do it. You got to be out of your mind.
Yeah, at 19. What's up with you?
Well, I just want to. This is something I seem to be.
Were you sexually abused?
Was I?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, not even a little bit. I grew up in a single-parent home. With my mom and my sister, and that was it. I was out of the house when I was 16, but I was never abused. Never.
Ever been with a guy?
No. I've done threesomes with a guy, but.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you ever think about guys?
Not really. No.
A little bit.
It's funny as you say that, because I attract a lot of gay guys.
Guys with gaydar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. It's pretty strong.
Yeah, they may know something you don't. Drew, whenever Drew's spidey sense tingles, which is not really a spidey sense, it's more his ass puckers when he talks to somebody he thinks may be gay. He had a little vibe about you. He was talking to me during the break.
Oh, wow, that's weird.
Just a little vibe.
Well, not just about Brian, but guys that do this.
The guys who do the filming?
Really?
The filming and the multiple partners and the degradation and all. And no accident that you were raised in an all-female household.
Yeah, I thought that was also pretty weird. How
you can get pretty sick of women living that. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I'm many times I just get really bored of sex.
Yeah.
And I tend to just not do anything for a while.
Yeah, it just doesn't do anything for him. See?
Yeah. You don't go too long. At 19, you got close to 30 chicks in your library?
Well, just on film.
Yeah, that ain't taking too long a penis hiatus. Penis hiatus. That's our new Fox show I'm going to pick.
Penis reality show?
Yeah, Penis Hiatus Island.
Just your house.
This is where men go to scratch themselves. All right, listen, Brian, here's the bigger problem. You're filming everyone, you're boffing, and you're obsessing about your penis, and you may have some feelings about guys,
or maybe
a little something there.
Some real negative stuff about yourself and women.
Yeah.
I need to look into this a
I'm
little bit.
guessing mom and sister were, maybe did a little tag team ball busting back when. All right, so, Brian, a little therapy, huh, buddy? And
interesting.
Save yourself. Save the porn industry and save yourself a little time, and don't go down that route.
It's interesting. We had that conversation outside during the break.
About
exactly this.
Yeah. Let me check something real quick with Brian. Brian?
Yep.
Your mom and sis, what kind of gals were they?
My mom was, she got divorced when I was 2. To my dad, she's mostly into older guys. My sister's not really living the best life I'd want her to.
Just hang on a second, Brian. When people ask about your mom, you describe what kind of guy she's into, wouldn't you?
Yeah, what's up? Well, how's your mom?
She's fine, I guess.
Do you like her? Do you love her?
Oh, yeah, I love my mom, definitely.
She a good mom?
She's been there for me since, every single time I get in trouble.
What about these guys she dated?
Well, I never really liked any of them, because my dad used to tell me stories how she cheated on him.
Oh, yeah,
and,
there you go. All right.
Things like that.
Yes.
But,
all right, there's the vibe. And your sister's might as well be one of the women you film, right? What's your sister into?
Well, she likes most of the thugs, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Bad guys. I don't really like her hanging around with them.
Yeah.
But
okay, Brian.
Yes.
You got a lot of issues with women.
Yeah.
You gotta get a little therapy, all right?
Okay. Do you know of any place I could probably go to?
Yes, a guy named Bob.
In Walnut.
You're calling from Walnut?
Yeah.
Bob's Therapy is a neon sign. It's right off of Old Mill Road. No, I don't know. Where should he start?
Start with if you have a doctor. I mean, he wouldn't have had any trouble finding a surgeon to implant in his junk.
Right. Approach this with the same tenacity.
Exactly.
Jesse?
Yes.
You're 19.
Yeah.
Could you get off the speakerphone, please?
Oh, I'm not on the speaker. I'm in the bathroom, so.
I see.
Let me go in my room.
All right, there you go.
Okay.
What's up?
I'm calling because I had sex with my girlfriend's mom about 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And, I don't know what to do about it. I really enjoyed it, and I was really into that, but I don't know what to do. It's I never cheated on my girl before, and this is kind of weird that I'm having sex with.
Well, I wouldn't count this as cheating. It was her mom.
Get out of there. Get in the relationship with your girlfriend and run.
Yeah, but,
Do not look back at either of them.
Hold on a second. You love your girlfriend?
No, not really.
No. All right. Well, listen, you don't love your girlfriend, so here's the plan. No more sex with mom. Break up with the girlfriend, and don't ever let your girlfriend find out what you did with her mom.
Get the hell out of their life. Quick. All
right?
Okay.
All right.
They're both crazy.
Right. And I guarantee these two are they're gruesome twosome.
It's Brian's mom and sister.
Yeah, boy. As we started to peel Brian like an onion, there were some core issues going on there.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely had some feelings about women.
But, whenever people have some serious interpersonal stuff, it goes right to the schwanz.
Right.
Right to the sexual behaviors.
Yes. Chris? Chris?
Yeah.
You're 19. What's up?
Yeah, I want to know how late you can get a circumcision.
About midnight.
After death.
Sorry?
Drew's right. Technically, you could get one while you're in the grave or in the casket.
You wouldn't be good to get one later on in life?
Later than in the casket?
Later than death?
Later than when you're...
After you're cremated?
Than when you're an infant or when you're a baby.
I see. It's doable. It is done. I don't know how many are done each year, but I'd reckon quite a few.
Oh, yeah.
Is it more painful than...
Yes. Oh, yes.
Listen, everything is more painful.
When you're older.
Yes. Oh, and here's the thing. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. It's just you know you exist, therefore you ache.
Right.
Now.
I know, therefore I hurt.
That's right.
Is there any point to getting one? later on in life, or?
If you want
Why
one.
are you obsessed with it?
Oh, I'm just curious. My girlfriend doesn't like it.
Oh.
That's nice.
And this phone's gonna die. Hang on.
Okay. So is your foreskin, by the way.
Okay.
Listen, why don't you just pull it back for her and let her pretend?
Okay, I can do that.
Train it back, yeah.
Do that.
Okay.
All right.
Also, I have another question. Sometimes I have a hard time getting it up. What's up with that?
Well, you got a girl so critical of your dork.
Yes.
It's having trouble responding.
Afraid she might.
Yeah, you're scared she's going to come at you with a scalpel.
Shears.
Lack of stimulation, maybe, or?
I think your penis is protesting. Okay, this critical bitch? No way.
Right, I get it.
I don't know. I mean, you have a girlfriend who's asking you to have a surgical procedure done on your penis. I could
because of her sort of desire to maintain a cultural image.
Possibly.
Yeah.
So the point is I could see where there might be some anxiety when you're around this woman, when your penis is out.
No kidding.
That's something you're going to have to get over and work out with her, or not. Maybe she's not the right one. Olivia?
Yes.
Is that
No.
No. How do you say your name?
Olivia.
Yeah, it's just spelled wrong.
Oh, we're just missing a letter. Okay. You're 22. What's up?
I have this, I guess, kind of weird fantasy of wanting to be raped with my boyfriend.
Were you sort of manhandled growing up?
No, not really.
What do you mean, not really?
I mean, like, I grew up with my sister and my mom and my brother.
And nobody ever struck you?
No.
Your siblings didn't roughhouse with you?
No.
Hey, were you ever raped before?
No. I just have this weird...
Well, women often have a thing of wanting to be sort of swept away, just lost in a physical encounter like that. And it may just be part of that fantasy. But, if you really want some sort of aggression or violent violation...
I don't think I want it by a stranger, but I have this thing where I want it...
Is this a fantasy
you know it's going to be him, but...
Yeah. A fantasy. You want to act out a fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thought maybe something was crazy or weird about
Well, it obviously it triggered us to go down the line of questioning, just in case.
Yeah, but no, this is all right. I mean, I believe that there's a fair amount of women...
They have this, yeah.
...who haven't been traumatized in the past that are into this fantasy.
But it's a swept-away fantasy. It's not a violent fantasy.
It's not nothing like in the S&M field or like in the domination.
No, I mean, listen.
You can go down that path.
Here's the reality. There's some women, a lot of women, maybe the majority of women, who like to look at themselves as being taken by the man. And this is a sort of extreme example of being taken by a man.
Being completely taken over, taken away,
Yeah.
and swept away by.
Yeah, you're probably the kind of woman who wants him to be the male and you to be the female in the relationship.
Well, I like to dominate sometimes, but I mean, he's more dominating too. So, but
Yeah, you're starting to move down that path. You sure no one ever struck you when you were growing up?
I mean, when I was a kid, I had someone that was kind of like, I was molested when I was like 8, but he didn't rape me or anything like that.
Well, didn't we ask you that a couple times?
Yeah, but I didn't.
Didn't count. Who was this person?
It was, he was like 16, and he was a neighbor. I was staying the night at a cousin's house, and it was on New Year's Eve, and we were all young, and she was like 16 or so, and he had been molesting her and her little sister, too.
Oh, my God.
I didn't find that out until after, because I told my mom immediately when I went home, and we pressed charges on him and everything.
Oh, good.
Well, that's good.
He ended up going to jail because he stabbed his mom and all kinds of stuff. So, but
a wonderful guy to grow up next to.
Yeah, but he didn't really do anything to me, but he tried.
All right.
And no one ever struck you growing up?
No.
Okay.
Your mom never hit you?
No.
Just a belt or anything?
She knows
like that?
struck. All right. All right, I'm all right with this. You want you want a little rough trade, a little fantasy, a little role play with your boyfriend. That's fine.
I just thought maybe.
That's all right.
Okay.
That's good.
All right, well, thanks a lot.
Yeah, good times. Enjoy. Hey, you want to be raped? Yeah, enjoy. No, that's all right. I'm all right with this stuff.
Yeah,
You can have your little fantasies. And listen, everyone, I know we nitpick on this show, but you don't have to question
everything
that runs through your mind. You only have to question it if you feel like it was planted there through some prior trauma.
Well, or if it overtakes other aspects of sexual expression or impairs your ability to have normal relationships, that sort of thing.
Andrew?
Yes.
You're 20. What's up?
Oh, actually, this past, right after Super Bowl, I found some drugs in the house. And this is the second time that I actually found this. And I just didn't want to make a big confrontation about it. I just didn't want it in the house any longer.
Whose house?
This because I live with my parents right now, and I'm moving out probably in the fall sometime.
What kind of pot?
What drugs?
Yeah.
Oh, listen, 65% of American households have some pot in it somewhere.
Yeah, but see, with me, I have a 4-year-old sister, which is my stepdad's daughter now, of course. And, I just kind of got mad at that because this is the second time. The first time he said it would be gone, that was about 5 years ago.
This is your stepdad?
Yeah.
Because his real dad died of alcoholism?
No.
Oh.
Not at all.
Where's your real dad?
My real dad's like 9 hours away from here. I only see him about twice a year.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but the time we spend is really quality. Well, the fact of the matter happened is...
At the bar.
I just left a note. I said, please, either you throw it away or I throw it away.
Well, where did you find it?
Not very hidden. It was on top of the refrigerator in the garage, so,
Yeah, that's fairly hidden.
Well, I'm 6'2". I can kind of look on top.
Yeah, well, listen, goofball, he's not hiding it from you. He's hiding it from the little girl and the cops and whoever else. What's he got to do, bury it out in the backyard and draw himself a map because he's got a paranoid 20-year-old who should be living out of the house? What's up?
Oh, just not that. It's just right now, I have a job and everything, but, I can't afford, on my own to get my own house, things like that.
All right, I'm cool with that, but here's what I want to say, Andrew. Here's my feeling.
Sure.
Where is this energy coming from with you? Is your stepdad not a good guy?
To me, no.
No. So, obviously, you're looking for reasons to have a problem with him.
Well, see, we already had the problem.
Right.
What happened was I was already outside, and he comes outside to confront me about the note that he found.
I know, but no. I'm not talking...
Before this whole thing.
I'm talking about outside of the marijuana issue. I'm just saying, what's wrong with your stepdad in general?
Basically, to me, he's just opposite of what I want my mom to have, obviously.
Right. Do you hold him responsible at all for your parents breaking up?
No, not at all.
When did he come around?
Oh, not till I was probably maybe 6th grade, 7th grade.
I see. And your dad split when?
Probably when I was about 6.
6. And he moved how far away?
Oh, he didn't move far away until I was in about 8th grade or so.
Mm-hmm.
I was fine with that. He was only in L.A., so I'd see him every weekend.
I see. And now he's living where?
Chico, that area.
I see.
Way up north.
All right. Now, I'm getting some vibes here. And what I'm thinking is, and Drew, you tell me if you agree or disagree. I think you're saying your dad's a great guy.
Yeah.
Except for your dad, first off, he's living in Chico, so he can't be too good a guy. There's only criminals in Chico. Number one.
The Chico, actually.
Number two, do you have any brothers or sisters?
Younger sister.
You have a young... No,
stepsister.
That is your father's.
Oh, no.
No. Your father sort of left the scene, and then he really left the scene.
With a wife and child.
With his son.
Yeah.
Which is not the world's greatest move as a human being. It really isn't.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an all-out travesty. He didn't abandon you and never see you again. But he moved 9 hours away.
It's the next step away from that.
Yeah, when you were in the 8th grade, okay, it wasn't like you were 6, but you were 13 or 14, and he basically cut out. Now, you say your dad's a great guy, but you should have more issues with your dad than with the poor sap that wandered in 5 years later and hooked up with your mom.
All the issues that I've had, I've already resolved with him, and that's why now I can say he's a great guy, because, we've cleared everything up already.
What were they?
Basically, why'd you leave?
Yeah.
How come that I'm here and you're 9 hours away, 10 hours away?
Did he smoke a little pot, too?
No, not at all.
No, but what I'm saying is, Andrew, is you cleared them up verbally. You hashed it out. You spoke it out. But the energy, the stuff is still in you. You can't just purge by having a conversation or two about that. That's a feeling. That's something that may not leave you for many years.
Or ever.
Or ever. I'm not damning you to a horrible life. I'm just saying you think you've cleared, you have a clean slate with your dad, but I guarantee there's still some feelings, there's still some hurt, there's still some energy.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there is.
And I'm saying you might be taking some of that energy and putting it in the lap of your stepdad, who's probably not the world's greatest guy, but you're looking for trouble with him. Mm-hmm. And if he wants to smoke a little weed and go put it out in the garage on top of the fridge a million miles away from his 4-year-old daughter, it's kind of his business. And I'm saying, just to make things easy on yourself, don't get in his face. You ride out the next 6 months, save up some money, steer clear of him, and move out.
Can I just tell you what happened, though, with the confrontation?
All right.
All right. As I said, I just left a note. Get rid of it or just move it. I don't want it to be in the house because of Casey, of course, my little sister, which is fine. I'm in the backyard. He confronts me, yells me, cursing in my face, poking me in the chest, pushing me. That's what shocked me. I've never seen him do that in all my life.
Right.
So, this was like it almost hurt. And what really hurt is at the point of the whole argument and everything, he throws a headshot at me. Misses.
Headshot and resume or just headshot?
No, like he throws like a...
Oh, he tried to punch you.
Roundhouse.
I see.
Misses.
Yeah.
And I just kind of reacted and I hit him in the gut, which...
Ooh.
That's
yeah.
Nice.
It was like, now that I see it, it was the wrong thing to do.
That's all right. Little parting gift for the old man.
Yeah. Like, I hurt him pretty bad. I think he went to the hospital and I broke his ribs. So.
Good times.
Yeah.
All right, but listen, Andrew, you leaving this guy whose house it is a note saying you don't want to see his mild drug that was already way out of the way of a 4-year-old I understand. I don't understand. He shouldn't come out and push you or take a swing at you, but you were looking for a fight.
Not a fight, just to get rid of it. That's all I want.
No, it was not. Just to get rid of it. You're worried about a 4-year-old who's going to find weed in the garage on top of the refrigerator?
That's later in life. All I care is it's not in the house that I'm in at the
No, there's something. Now, listen, Andrew, that ain't your house. That's his house. You got energy here. You got issues. You're not going to solve them by correcting his behavior. You got stuff that's left over from your dad. Maybe you got some stuff with your mom. Maybe this guy's an a-hole. I'm sure he is. But you're not going to fix all that through fixing him. Mm-hmm. And don't hide behind your stepsister, Casey, who's 4 years old. She's not going to find this weed.
And if he's a marijuana addict, this is not going to change. Having the pot out of the house not going to change his problem.
You need to save up some money and get out of the house.
Okay.
All right? And until then, just steer clear of him. Lay low.
No problem.
All right, buddy.
Thanks, brother.
Take care of yourself.
Tough, it's a tough situation.
Tough situation.
Yeah.
You know what I like about Andrew, by the way, right there?
He said yes, sir, and they'll take it in consideration.
He would take it under advisement. Yeah. He was a guy, he had a few issues, had a little energy, but he was completely forthright. He told us everything. Yeah. He listened, and he would consider what we had to say, and that's it. Yeah. That's all he asked for.
That's all we asked for. Yeah, that's right.
God bless Andrew. We'll take ourselves a little break. We'll be back. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Party on. It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla, B. Dr. Drew, Bob Guccione Jr., Shaggy, Mark Wahlberg from Temptation Island, Simon Rex from Jack and Jill, and we got some extreme football players. I think Tommy Maddox, who was a pretty big name out of UCLA a few years back.
Oh, yeah.
And
Maddox to La Chapelle. Remember that combo?
Yeah. Maddox, think played in Denver and maybe the Cowboys. He played around a little bit in the NFL. He'll be in here next week, talk about the XFL, which I'm guessing is a hit so far.
Really?
Well, I tuned in some of the games last weekend.
I watched it.
And the attendance at the stadium seemed real strong.
Amazing.
I mean, the Clippers have been in L.A. for 20 years. I don't see anybody at those games. Yeah. The attendance looked good. The games look good. Look good. I don't know. There seemed to be a little buzz going. And like I said, for all the purists and snobs out there, hey, what are you going to do? You know what I mean?
It's football.
Well, we're in February.
Yeah.
What are you watching?
Yeah.
What do you think you're going to watch?
I just can't get over that the cameras
On the field,
behind the backs.
Yeah, I don't like to see the cameraman. I don't mind the POV.
No,
the point
the
of
point
view
of view is fine, but having a camera run around behind the fullback drives me insane. Seeing that happen.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's like when I see the boom mic in a Woody Allen movie.
Woody Allen movie?
Get pummeled.
Patrick,
they will. They will.
Patrick, you're 21. What's up?
Not a whole lot, man. I've been with this girl for about 3 months, and we had sex last night for the first time, and I thought it was going to be a pretty big deal. It was horrible.
What happened?
Well, she just, I'd have been better off with a dead fish, to be honest with you.
Really? What kind of fish?
Maybe a salmon, I don't know.
You get one of those largemouth basses. That ain't bad. Yeah, they got that big mouth. There's balls in there, too. Well, it's not always magic the first time. Sometimes you have a little difficulty working the rhythm out.
The preferences.
Takes a little while to,
figure each other out.
Find your timing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
What did she
so
do?
Awful about it? Yeah.
Huh?
I don't understand what's so awful about it. That she just didn't move?
No.
Was she paralyzed? Like, was she traumatized, maybe?
No, I don't know, nothing like that.
I mean, sometimes people that have been victimized will suddenly, when they come to a sexual encounter, will just become paralyzed.
No, I don't think it was like that. I mean, it was built up.
Well, Pat, hey, I couldn't be you. You're Mr. Excitement.
Dynamic.
Outgoing.
Boy, I wonder.
I mean, Patrick, maybe it was you. Hold on, I think she's on the other line.
Oh, yeah? Well, put her on.
Yeah, I got late last night, Patrick. Yep. Yeah. Sounds about right. So, Patrick, tell us why she was bad.
But she just completely wasn't into it at all. I mean, she just laid there and...
Okay. You sure that wasn't Patrick? It's like, hey, Patrick, tell us why she wasn't into it. Well, she wasn't into it at all. She just...
Boy.
Laid there. I think we got the blind leading the blind here.
Yeah.
Patrick,
well, what are you going to say? Here's our advice. You got to work it out with her. Give her another chance. Talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had sex with Patrick, though, so close your eyes for a second. Just picture that little honey. All right. Well, anyway, the point is, Patrick, if you like her,
give her a chance.
Do not let this be a stumbling block.
Right.
You will work it out. Maybe you can be her teacher.
Yeah.
Although I doubt it.
He's so loquacious.
I see him wearing, like, sequins. Mr. Showbiz. Mr. Saturday Night. That's what they call Patrick.
Showmanship. Like you.
It's so ironic that you have a guy complaining about this girl's lack of energy and enthusiasm, and he's taking 15 minutes to spit out a sentence about it, and it sounds like he took a Quaalude, bottle of ether, and a 750 ounce of Jägermeister. James?
Yes.
You're 20. What's up?
Well, to begin with, I'm virgin.
I see.
And it's not that I haven't been offered sex, just that I just feel like since I have a small penis that I basically won't be able to satisfy my girlfriend.
How big is your penis?
It's about 2-3 inches limp and about twice that for when I'm erect, about 4 to 5 inches.
I see.
No, wait.
By the way, just FYI, we don't need the limp measurement.
Yeah.
You understand?
What precisely is it?
I'd say about 5.
Okay. Which is nearly normal.
That's no problem.
That's almost normal.
What's wrong? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, this isn't about that. It's something about you.
I'm just kind of afraid. I hear about everyone having sex so early, and it just feels like I've been waiting so long. I'm not exactly sure if I can satisfy her.
Yeah, forget about the satisfaction issue. That will not be a problem.
You say you have a girlfriend?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Everything's going okay with her?
She's been hinting more and more that she would like to become more intimate.
I see. And what are your hobbies, James?
Roller hockey and overall just going to school.
I see. Are you a religious guy?
Kinda.
Okay.
What are you studying?
Architecture.
Good times, buddy.
Oh.
All right. And you seem like an intelligent enough guy. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, you're fine. You know what, James? Let me explain something. You're a guy with a high IQ. That's a blessing and a curse. You can think yourself right out of situations. Sex, you know, when you're in drafting class, you're in engineering class, that's when you need your brain. When you're in the bedroom, you need your balls. The more thinking you do, the less humping.
But listen, but please give him the talk about the penises and what's going to satisfy her anyway.
No. You use that velvet tongue of yours, the same one you use to so eloquently state your problem on Loveline, the radio show.
Thank you for clarifying where you're speaking
Loveline,
tonight.
The radio show. Okay.
Coast to coast.
Listen,
you're tired.
You're busting my hump here since Sunday night.
Don't complain to me.
I feel like a goddamn Regis in here auditioning a new doctor every other day. I don't even know who I'm talking to. I called Marcel Bruce 150 times. What do you want me to do?
I warned you this last week and next week. Bad.
Next week?
Bad.
Christ.
And then it's all over. Then that's it for many months.
I've seen more doctors than Liz Taylor. Getting a little punchy here. Yeah. Me and Bruce were at the drag races on Sunday.
No
so I really
way.
got an ass full of Bruce.
Where'd you go?
We're down in Pomona.
Oh, the Winter Nationals.
Winter Nationals.
Yeah,
some go, some blow!
Big Daddy Don Garland.
Oh, you know, I went to the drag racing museum.
What? Down there?
Yes, that wasn't a separate
No,
trip.
they have. That's where it is. They have it.
Yeah, it's in Pomona.
Oh my God!
Why not? That's home of the Winter Nationals.
I got to see that because I was there in the 70s.
Oh man, they had little guy Lombardo, the Chi-Town hustler. They were all there. Shirley Cha-Cha Downey.
We're going to break because I got to hear about this.
TV Tommy Ivo.
That was
another
later.
one. Yeah, no, that was early. Maya,
Yeah?
you're 18.
Yes, I am.
What's up?
Well, I was talking to my boyfriend a little while ago, and we were just talking about, you know, just different things. And I happened to mention that sometimes I have a fear of men, just so that, to the point where most of my guy friends are large males, so that, you know, if I ever have a problem with any other guy, I know that I can always fall back on them and they'll protect me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what's the question?
Well, I mentioned this, and I was talking about it more, and I just, like, randomly the thought popped into my head that maybe someone had done something to me, like earlier, that had made me have this fear of males, where I felt I needed protection.
Did that happen?
I don't know. See, when I mentioned that, I thought it was the first time I had ever even had the thought before. I started shaking uncontrollably, and, like, started having kind of a panic attack.
You mentioned what now? That you might have had a history of something?
Yeah, that someone might have done something.
Okay.
And my boyfriend said, well, you've said that to me before.
And you don't remember that?
No, I had no recollection of that, and that's not like me at all.
Well, that's
usually if I say something that bothers me, tell anyone something that, you know, would bother me, I would remember it.
Did you drink or do drugs or anything?
Well, I've drank some, but I've never gotten to the point where I've, like, passed out or anything.
But you wouldn't
like
have said
that.
something and not remembered it because of alcohol?
No.
Okay.
I've never blacked out.
So, what do you think?
You know, I don't know, but it really, really bothers me.
All right.
Like, even right now, I'm getting kind of shaky, even just, like,
All
talking
right, well, who would be a prime suspect in your past?
You know, I have no idea. My dad's always been, you know, fine. You know, my boyfriend right now, I was a virgin until I was 18. You know, I've never had any problem.
Maybe you just have panic attack or anxiety disorder. You know, Maya? Maybe you just, you know, you've sort of attached it now to these ideas, but maybe anxiety is the problem and not trauma.
Well, listen, if there's nothing here, you certainly don't go mining for it.
But all we know is you have panic. You have panic attacks.
Yeah, I had a panic attack.
Yeah, you have panic attacks. And they're triggered by these strange thoughts, but we don't get a sense. It's not the typical history that would lead us to believe that you know, characteristically would have suffered some trauma. You've got panic.
Well, the reason I was worried about it is because I've never had anything like that happen to me before. It's not like me to have a panic attack or
But panic attacks typically come on between the age of 18 and 22. That's when they start happening.
So what should you do?
If they keep bothering her, she should see a doctor. because there's lots of treatment for that. Don't go mining for trouble right now.
All right. Let me tell you about the drag race.
Let's go to break quick. I can't stand it.
Let me tell you something, Drew.
Some go, some blow.
Some go, some blow. Now listen to me. Nitro method. Take it on the ground, drop match on virtually nothing. But put it inside a 500 cubic inch Hemi head V8 liquid dynamite. Big Daddy Don College gunning for that trophy this year, but surely Cha-Cha Madonna has other ideas. That down the stake went on the shut down. I was in the taxi bill to go to all the and Narthex performing in the infield OCIR with English leather girls. Fox night. Fox night. Fox is free.
Do you know how many times I went to OCIR?
Did you go to Fox night?
No.
Fox is free. English leather girls. You went to OCIR, is that Orange County International Raceway? All right, we're going to take ourselves a little break. Drew's going to tell me about his childhood after this.
We liken it to sort of giving an animal a medication.
Hold on, Drew. Not an animal, you idiot.
I'd say it.
You want your dog to take an antibiotic because it's got the worms, right? Now, what do? You give the dog the antibiotic, it puts it in its mouth, and spits it out on the floor, it doesn't eat it. You need it to take this medicine, so what do? You take the pill,
and so we appreciate that, Adam, very much.
No, he's going to be legitimate.
No, forget it.
He puts it in Gainesville and let him eat.
Just go ahead with your interview. Let's get this over. Some go, some blow! All right, it is Loveline. I'm Adam. That is Drew over there. Drew and I just had a very masculine conversation.
I was going to say, just finding out that they actually had a Y chromosome.
That's right, everyone.
You never thought so.
Drew went to the drags as a youngster. And I'll tell you, that is one of the hairier sports out there, if not the hairiest. It really is. Listen, I just got to talk about this for a second. I don't care. It's late. It's Thursday night. Let me just tell you guys something about drag racing. And I don't even care about drag racing. I don't own a dragster. I don't even like American cars. But here is the bottom line with drag racing. A Porsche, a BMW M3, a Acura NSX, whatever. You pick your sports car. Pick whatever car you think's the hottest, Corvette, whatever it is.
0 to 60?
That car does 0 to 60. If it's an exotic sports car, if it's a new vet, if it's, maybe a Porsche, NSX, whatever, any of the ones I've mentioned, those cars are going to go 0 to 60 in about 4.6 seconds, maybe 4.5, maybe 4.8, somewhere in that range. That is a Porsche going 0 to 60. That is if you put a professional driver in it, he revved it, dumped the clutch, redlined every gear and chirped into the next gear, he would get to 60 miles an hour in about 4.5, 4.6 seconds. A dragster or a funny car at the end of 4.5 or 4.6 seconds is going 310 miles an hour. Not 200, not 150, well over 3. That is hairy. That is super, super hairy.
In 4 seconds.
The same thing as and believe me, if you sat in a Porsche and you had one of your crazy friends just dump the clutch when the light turned and pinned you back and, went through first, second, third gear, that'd be a little hairy ride for you. You'd get out of that. You'd tell them to slow down. That's 60. This is over 300.
Jeez.
That's crazy. All right, let's talk to Karen. Karen?
Hi.
You're 23.
Hi, guys. Love your show.
Thank you.
My question is for Dr. Drew, actually. Last week, my boyfriend and I are at dinner, and he tells me, this morning I wake up, I get out of the shower, and the tip of my penis, he's uncircumcised. When he pulled the foreskin back, the tip was covered with some blistering. And we had intercourse the past couple of nights using condoms. So he goes to his doctor, and he says that his doctor takes a look at it, looks at him, and says, I have no idea what that is.
Huh.
So I asked my boyfriend, he says, I asked him, I said, did it hurt? I said, do they hurt? Or did they hurt? He says, no. I said,
They've gone away already?
He wouldn't, I immediately was like, go home, show me these blisters the same day, right? And he was like, no, it's all covered. He gave him hydrocortisone.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Anyway, I'm too embarrassed. But the next morning he showed it to me, and when he pulled the foreskin back, it was just kind of like red patches, but no blistering.
Okay.
Well, you said you were using a condom?
Yeah.
Oh, well, let me tell you the truth about condoms. Some go, some blow! I said that 400 times since at the drag races. All right.
Could be a latex allergy.
Okay.
Has he ever had...
Well, see, that's the thing. We've been using condoms for like 6 or 7 months.
Was it a new type of condom?
And no, we don't use like a particular brand. Like we've used like it was a Trojan, and we used those before, but we hadn't used them in a couple, a few weeks, and then or a couple months, and then that was just the brand that we happened to get at the drugstore that night. But like he didn't have like any they didn't hurt, and he said it didn't burn away Pete, and the doctor didn't take like a culture.
Well, there's nothing really to culture. There's nothing.
Or like any kind of specimen from like
all right,
the
but
blistering.
the point is, it's not herpes.
Okay.
It doesn't
well, the
seem
doctor
to be.
didn't say it was herpes, right?
So no, he said, according to him, the doctor said, looked at it, said, I have no idea what it is, gave him some hydrocortisone,
right,
and took some blood, and said, come back in a couple weeks.
Basically just means that it's some sort of dermatitis. And what sort of dermatitis? I don't know, but it got better with the cortisone, right?
Yeah, well, the next day when he showed it to me, there was no blisters at all.
Oh, okay. So,
all right, and with all the mess that's going on in most of the vaginas in the world,
most of them,
it's you know what I mean. It's no wonder that a guy gets something every once in a while.
Maybe a condom on though.
Well, that's true. All right, here we go.
What are we gonna do? Do fingernails tonight, too?
Haley? Yeah, I brought my nail clippers with me.
I'll join you.
What's up?
Hi.
Hey.
I've got 2 questions, actually.
Mm-hmm.
First one being, the guy that called earlier this week about giving himself a circumcision, did you seriously believe that?
Was I not here that night, I guess?
You weren't here.
Drew was not here. Was it this week?
Yeah,
it was so long ago. Yeah, I did believe him.
Really?
What was he doing? What was the deal?
He'd basically attempted a circumcision on himself.
Ooh, and what happened?
It went
He got a rash or something like that, didn't he?
Didn't go that well.
No kidding, a rash.
Yeah, I believed him.
Oh, my God. I couldn't even. I couldn't even believe that you did believe him. I thought it was a bunch of...
You listen, you would be amazed what people do to themselves, Haley.
Let me
in this country, it is unreal.
Let me tell all of you something out there, because I know one of the main questions on the show, or even critiques of the show, is how can those callers be real? And we never... And Drew, you tell me. I'll tell you what I think. Yeah. I never base the reality of a call on the question itself.
Right.
No matter how outlandish or how out there. The most bizarre questions we've ever heard on the show have been true.
Yes.
And the bogus ones are usually less and more mild.
Yes.
So it's not about the severity of the question.
It's about how
it's delivered.
The caller, yeah. It's about the caller.
And it's about the details. And I believe that kid, yes. He told me way too many weird little details that didn't make any sense. That's how I was known.
In other words, he wouldn't have been able to thought him up himself.
Right.
The only problem, though, is that he didn't remember anything about this book that he supposedly read how to do it. That's what I was...
Oh, well, did I yell at him at some point about that?
You were asking him what was in the book and what did it tell him to do, and he couldn't give any straight answers.
Yeah, he went, but he was kind of a mess, this kid.
Well,
anyway.
Which is that typically a person would do that kind of thing.
What's up there?
Well, I've got many problems. The most important of which is I'm a heroin addict.
I see. Thank God you spent half your call talking about some jack-off that called an hour, that called a week ago about his foreskin.
I also, before this, I've always had a problem keeping a long-term relationship. In fact, I've never had one.
Well, did somebody abandon you when you were younger or something?
Not really. I mean, I've had my parents divorced when I was 2, and I had step-parents, and I had a real problem with my home life, but I never got beat. I never got, sexually molested, nothing like that.
Well, it doesn't have to be overt. Enough narcissistic injury early in childhood, and it becomes difficult. You walk around life with a lot of pain.
Well, let's see if we can get her off the heroin.
And I was going to say, and nothing else matters now except getting off the heroin. Nothing else can be done.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Well, the problem is, though, is that I can get off of it, but it's so damn hard to stay.
Well, that is listen, Haley, I can get anyone off heroin. It's no big deal. But staying off heroin is the issue. You have to get involved in a long-term treatment program for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
You got to stay somewhere. You got to go to sober living. It just doesn't. detoxing is nothing. It's nothing with heroin. It's that incredible emptiness and pain that you're left with, that sense of loss.
Well, isn't detox, is detox worse with heroin, booze, or coke?
It's more dangerous. It's more dangerous with booze. But it's more unpleasant with heroin. It's most unpleasant.
So heroin is the top detox.
Yeah, but compared to staying off the drug, it's a small issue.
Right. It's boot camp compared to Vietnam.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So Haley, no more questions until you get off heroin.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to do. Yep. All right. Let's just say I just want to say hi to Sarah. Sarah.
Hello.
Hey, your mom hinted that her father molested the kids?
Well, I don't know. Like, I was talking to my mom at dinner the other day, and she's like, you're 18 now, and I think I need to tell you some things about your father.
Oh, boy.
And I was, my dad and my mom were never married and separated when I was 3.
So that your father molested you kids?
No, I don't know. I'm not sure what it is.
But that's what she's hinting.
She was like...
That's what she's hinting. Not that her father... Okay.
No, this girl's father.
Yes.
Yeah. My mom was saying then that, especially if you go down there with a friend of yours or if you go down there with your kids.
Be careful.
Yeah. And I said, if this is anything sexual, I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah.
And she said, okay. And she just dropped it.
All right. I didn't get that far. I just run out of the room holding my ears and singing, reciting the Pledge of Allegiance.
I know. It's like, my ears are burning. No.
Yeah. I tell you, someone brings up something that starts with a V at the table. I start going, I just plug my ears immediately.
Oh, say, can you see?
All right, listen, we got to take a break. We'll get back with Sarah after this. Hey, Loveline. Sarah?
Yeah, hi.
Hey, babe, we're out of time.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But you seem to be a good sport about all this.
Yeah.
And it obviously, whoever your dad was, it didn't harm you. You know? Sarah's okay.
You're fine. You have her blessing. You have the Loveline seal of approval. All right.
Now we got to get out of here because we can keep our cars.
That's right. I want to thank Lauren for doing a great job. Lauren bless. Lauren doing a great job with the coffee and everything else and the phones all week. And I want to thank Anderson for doing a great job, too. And until next time, it's Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.